The human brain from a 3D printer. It is still a vision, but experts assume that within a few years, individual parts or entire human organs can be created with the help of a 3D printer. Who will use this technology?
Well, you know, they even built a whole house in 3D printing. That's incredible when you think about it. It's a big revolution to come up, especially in medical area. We can imagine remote production, small quantity production, very flexible, probably the way of the future.
The experts all agree that 3D technology is first of all relevant to the medical field of technology. Companies like Arcam AB in the Netherlands, recently bought by General Electric, use 3D printing to produce hip prostheses, which are precisely adapted to the body of the recipient and are more than 2 kilograms lighter than conventional prostheses. In addition to medicine, aviation and aerospace in the car industry, but also plastic companies, are also asking for the new technology. Every second car company plans for the future with parts from 3D printer.
3D printing opens new horizons for the companies. On one hand, it makes possible for the companies to design products with complex structures and thereby to win new customers. On the other hand, 3D printing can be considered as an efficiency strategy and can be used for improving the existing operations. Furthermore, by applying 3D printing as production technology, new lean supply chains will be established.
How fast is the market growing?
In the last 5 years, companies have been increasingly gaining experience with 3D printing. The demand for 3D printing systems and related services has sparked an increase in the market volume by 28% annually. We expect a continuation of this trend and market growth of at least 25% annually by 2020.
The trend is now moving towards industrial pre-production and serial production, which will ensure high growth in the 3D sector. An increasing number of companies are now using 3D technology to produce end products. Ernst & Young expecting the growth to be particularly rapid in the area, especially in China and South Korea.
The key here is maintaining quality. It's absolutely essential that the output exactly duplicates the original. I think over time the 3D printing will reduce costs, and the scope in the medical profession is immense. And I think that's incredibly important. It means that costs will fall and the speed of replication will also increase. So there's vast potential here, I think.
How the companies are evaluated.
The perfect point in the hype cycle for 3D printing. There was a bubble about 2 years ago and then a crash. And now prices are down, but they look as though they're starting to go up. And if the hype cycle pattern is followed, now that there's a more solid development of the industry, we could see a trend upwards over many years.
Totally agree, Giles. Look again on the chart. I remember when a friend of mine in 2014, an architect, came to me and said so he will buy all these 3D printer stocks now. I had never heard something about that, but I had been skeptical because he is not an expert for equities, and it's not surprising me that he recommended that exactly on the peak and on the all-time high of the prices. But now the prices come down a lot. It's a good business, could be interesting, but it's a young industry. I think it's important to buy a broad range of companies to be sure so you have some winners there and not just loser in your basket.